Hello guys, it's Magic here. First video today, I decided to talk about the media. The reason why I don't read the newspaper, I don't watch the news, I don't really plug into any of that. It's not that I don't want to be informed, it's just that if I need to know about something, I can find the information pretty easily myself. I don't really need news outlets telling me about it. Then my really only use for the newspaper is to do paintings with my son, and to, I used to like to read the obituaries. I like to know about all the people that are no longer in this world and how wonderful their lives were and how much they meant in this world. However, the main reason I don't watch the news or plug into like the media that much is because I don't even stop on the news stuff really all that much on social media even, because to me all the media really does is talk about the bad stuff. We very rarely ever hear about the good stuff happening in the world. I mean, I've read somewhere once that there was a study done that if all you did was put more good stuff than bad stuff, that people started to feel bad that their lives aren't going better, or they just didn't want to read it because there's nothing new or exciting happening in the world. Everything was good. But when you put bad stuff in there, that people want to read it because it seems exciting or it makes them feel better about their lives. Like, oh, my life isn't so bad, so they can stay stagnant. I don't know if that's true or not. What I do know is that I just don't like the negativity that it brings. I mean, we always hear about all the negative stuff all the time. Every once in a while they'll have a good story. Yeah, something good happened in the world, but they don't spend nearly as much time on it as they do all the other bad things that have happened. And as a result, all we hear about is the bad and how awful the world is. And I don't think the world is as bad as it's portrayed. Now, granted, yes, there's a lot of evil in the world, but there's also a lot of good. Unfortunately, sometimes the evil does outweigh the good. That is true. But that doesn't mean that the good shouldn't be represented more. And really, I think the main purpose of the media is to serve whoever is paying them. And that's more than likely the government. And I know that this sounds like some weird conspiracy theory, but I do believe that the media is simply there to create separation, to cause us to fear and hate one another. I mean, all it does is point out how different we all are. It specifically will point out things like race and gender and things and it'll make an emphasis on those things to where we say, oh, well, it's this type of person or this type of person. And because of that, we start to judge others on that and on certain characteristics rather than who they are as people. We judge an entire group rather than the one person who did something wrong. I don't believe in judging people anyway, but I mean, if you're going to, you can't judge a whole group of people for what one person did. That's like saying your cousin stole a candy bar or some more expensive item from the store and your whole family's bad because they did that. No, they made a bad choice. They're not necessarily bad. They just made a bad choice. It doesn't mean that they're bad. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad at all. They could have just made a poor decision, and it definitely doesn't mean that your whole family's bad. So judging an entire group of people based on what one or a few individuals do, I think is dumb. But the media does tend to cause us to hate one another, to feel separate, to not want to unite together. It also causes us fear and panic. And there's a lot of that going around right now, I know. But I do believe that the sole purpose is to keep us apart so we can't do anything. Everyone knows things are corrupt. Everyone knows that things suck. But no one's willing to do anything about it because all the fear and separation. And I think if we all just set aside our differences and realize that we're not all that different from one another, that we could unite and maybe make something better. And so I mean, I'm going to continue to try to spread love and positivity in the world. And yeah, I know there's bad things that happen. And yeah, there's some things I need to be aware of. Like currently I need to be aware of what's happening in the world with this virus that's going around. But that doesn't necessarily mean that, I need to plug into every media outlet that talks about it because, there's a lot of inaccuracies and just fear spreading. And I don't believe in spreading fear. Love, in the end, I believe, is the answer to everything. And that's what I'm going to do. Spread love and positivity. So go out and spread the love, guys, okay?